One of the biggest problems that businesses have is timing their cash flows. So lots of times they'll be making money, they're selling stuff, but people are a little bit slower on like that. We see that a lot in this area when oil prices start to go down. One of the things that is notorious in West Texas, when oil prices start to go down, people get longer and longer on paying their accounts payable. And of course, their accounts payable is our accounts receivable, right? And so the way we can do that is we can either pledge those accounts receivable against a loan, or we can sell the accounts receivable. Both of those are called, the term for that is called factoring. And so if we sell them outright, it's known as factoring without recourse. In other words, the buyer can't come back and get their money back from us if they can't collect it. A loan, on the other hand, a bank or a factoring company will loan us money, but if they're unable to collect the accounts receivable, we have to buy that receivable back and try to collect it. Now, there's lots of reasons why people do this sort of thing. One is the cash flow, but lots of times, particularly in a smaller business, they're good at doing whatever they do. They service a well, they do a workover, whatever it might be, but they are not in the business of collecting debts. And so they'll let the bank do that, and that's their business. They have people on staff, that's all they do is collect debts. And so for a fee, we will hand that off to our banker and let them collect the debts on that. So that's basically an overview of factoring. So 723, we have Mountain High Ice Cream Company transferred $60,000 of accounts receivable to the Prudential Bank. The transfer was made without recourse. In other words, we're not getting these back. They're theirs. Prudential remits 90% of the factored amount to Mountain High and retains 10%. That retention is for protection, right? When the bank collects the receivables, it will remit to Mountain High the retained amount, which Mountain High estimates has a fair value of $5,000, less a 2% fee. The 2% is of the total factored amount. Okay, so what we're going to get on this from the bank is we're going to receive cash. And the amount of cash that we receive will be the $60,000 times 0.98. And when we multiply that out, we get 58,800. That's actually how much is owed. We're only getting 90% up front. So, but we do need that amount, the 58,800. Now they're going to give us 90% up front. They'll give us the remainder later. So 60,000 times 0.9 is 54,000. All right, so our journal entry here is going to be cash for 54,000 on that. Then we're going to have loss on the sale of receivables. And that will be the 60 minus the 5850, or 1,200. And then we will have the amount that is receivable from the factor. So if they collect those, that amount, so 54 minus 58 would be, or 58,800 minus 54 would be 48,800. So we end up with 3,800. And that balances out to accounts receivable. We write these off because we're no longer receiving them. We're receiving this one, but not them. So that's $60,000. Okay, so that is factoring without recourse.